gives him control over the ability to dictate, and everybody, this is not controversial. People, there have been many, many interviews with people in that agency that say, yeah, he's dictating our policies. He's taken us away from sustainable agriculture, from localized agriculture, and from economic development, and from food and water and hygiene and sanitation and all those other areas, and put us disproportionately toward one solution, which is vaccines, and particularly his polio vaccine, which I think now, and I could be wrong about this, but I've heard that it's almost 50% of WHO's budget. Oh, and again, people should check me on that, because that's something that I read, but I'm not sure of the source or anything else. But I know it's a large part. And we know the polio vaccine is very, very problematic. In fact, WHO acknowledges that 70% of the polio cases this year were caused by Gates's vaccine, not by wild polio.
I guess the argument against that is they know with a vaccine, some small percentage of people will have the illness, but still, in aggregate, it's protecting far more people than who would get the disease otherwise.
I know that they could say that.
Yeah.
But the evidence is that there was no polio in the Congo. There was no polio really in Africa. And the only polio you see on that continent is Gates's polio. His vaccine strain. There was no polio in the Philippines. And, so is it our job to tell a Filipino, you're going to get polio, even though nobody in your country is? Because we have we're not going to pay for a better vaccine, which exists, by the way. There are polio vaccines, the kind we take in our country, that do not give you polio. Dead virus vaccines, but Gates doesn't want to pay for those for Africans or for Indians. And so he's giving them a vaccine that actually spreads the disease.